just wished I asked around about the captain first.
Steady does it.
Great. Yeah. Right there.
A dozen Durance ships were shattered against these levies during the War of Defiance. Best to heed the astrologers, I find, where tides are concerned.
Place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
Alright, yeah, I think I'll go to... Right, yeah, I think we'll go to this place. Right, so 2-hour mark. I think I do want to go for something to eat. Take this first. And this question. Like I say, I could go at Caed Nua, do some stuff, and go and do this
Olaf,
castle.
Can I talk to your, you know, your friend? What is it about Isilmir? I'm right here, you know. No, you're both great. It's just, well, I feel like I don't get to spend as much time with her, and she's just so funny. I mean, some of the things she says are not nearly as funny when you've been hearing them for 50 years.
50 years? He's 50 years old. Alright. Doesn't he look 50 years old, folks? I give him that. What is this place? Yeah, what is this? The statuette woman has a gaze that could cut stone. She turns her chiseled cheekbones to the sky and favours you with a look of acknowledgement. Her eyes shimmer under silvered eye shadow and a razor precise line of coin. Coin? Before you can speak, she throws her hand up.
Greetings.
Autographs after the performances, please. Great art requires great concentration, and greatness is expected from the revel of stars. What do you do? That depends entirely on the demands of the role. She lays a slender hand on her chest. I am Paladin Knight, the widow of the wood, and the warrior queen Mugga. All at the different times. To live a different life each day is a glorious thing indeed, my friend. We are the finest theatre troupe in the city. We believe that the best art is immersive and true to life. She looks at the amphitheatre with a rapturous expression. We stage our performances right here at Copper Lane for the edification of all. Taking in new members. But of course, good drama is the balm of the soul, and we wish to offer a true theatrical experience to as many as possible. What kind of members do you take? We'll take in the new and the old, the tall and small, the experienced and unexperienced, whoever the best suited to fulfill the role to the utmost. How long do you keep members? As long as they are able to satisfy the demands of the roles. She smooths a wayward strand of hair. True acting can be a grueling process, so some last longer than others. I'd like to ask you something. Very well, if you happen to know any aspiring Theapians, please send them my way. Her lips stretched into a hungry smile. We always have a place for novices.
I shall be discreet.
Talk right now. Anything there then?
I find this interesting.
Expecting something better than that. and sulks near the bar. He seems like he's trying to blend it with the wood paneling, and he watches the other patrons out the corner of his eye. Gives you a quick nod as you approach. Has delivered this for you. He glances around and snatches the pouch from you. Keep your voice down, will you? The domiciles have spies everywhere. Don't worry, they're dead. Oh, don't worry. He tucks the pouch away. You tell Fasano that this is the last time I'm buying from him. This is getting too dangerous. Did I just do something illegal? No. I don't think I've heard of the domiciles. Well, we have, because we killed them. Okay, so, you know. The more important thing is making sure they don't hear you. They're old Brackenberry stock, but these days the Dominials are known for their business activities, most of which involves degree of bribery, extortion, theft and murder. They have with this. You have no idea, do you? Let's just say that the Dominials have exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Vincenzo likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise, undercutting the competition. Tell me what's in the pouch. Bitter squash seeds. They interrupt pregnancies. Even though they're not exactly legal, many folk nowadays prefer them to the risk of hollowborn or celibacy. A woman swaggers in, her polished boots thwacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. A crooked sneer wraps her smooth face. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's a girl to think? Please, my lady, I was just explaining that I don't do business with anyone else. Except this one last time, right? Danna crosses her arms and rocks back on her heels. There's always one more deal until you run out of credit. That is. Danny turns and regards you, looking you up and down. And just who are you? You don't exactly look like a seed dealer. Oh, here we go. Aleph glances at Gareth. I think that's a compliment. That's not a compliment. Just making a delivery. No one to be trifled with. I mean, that would be nice because, like, they're all dead. But just make a delivery. Finn put you up to this, didn't he? The old fool's a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. She eyes the trembling Gareth. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll give you a chance to get even with the imbecile who's been playing us both. She narrows her eyes. What do you say to killing Vincenzo? Anyway, I don't know whether to be relieved or insulted. You're one of the wealthiest merchant families in Divine Spain. Let's just say, however, that some of my business practices are not officially sanctioned. Why would I want to do that? Why wouldn't you? He's used you to do his dirty work, and without telling you anything about what you were carrying or who you were crossing. She taps a finger to her jaw, and her voice slows. Of course, I've also considered it to be a personal favour, and House Dominel is never stingy with friends. She glances at Gareth, the loyal ones anyway. I'll decide his fate when I talk to him again. You better make up your mind quickly because we're going to pay him dues one way or another. Just make sure you stay out of the way. Is she part of the Dominoes then? I'm so confused and I've got like tons of stuff and I forgot to put all the stuff on.
Yeah.
Oh dear. My boy watches the passers-by and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey mister, want to know a secret? He wipes his nose. I know a real good secret. Looks like we got a little hustler here. Somebody raised this kid right. What is it? He shrugs and clasps his hand behind his back, kicking a loose pebble. I just saw folks hiding some really neat things. show you where. Mum and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. The eyes slowly roll up to you. But maybe you could help me with something. Then we wouldn't be strangers. Gordy's voice suddenly raises in a pitching tempo. The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around, except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. He stops long enough to catch his breath. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the expedition hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. His eyes grow large and round. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel. I know how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge. I know that the tip can pierce low gauge scale armour, and one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one. And if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never, ever ask anything for anything ever again. In Mass, we were training our daughters with the hunting knives as soon as they can talk. Many can field dress a hare before their 10th birthday. I wouldn't trust this kid with a butter knife. Yeah, I don't think so either. I could just, yeah. I'll tell you. You tell me about your secret now and I'll give you a dagger. Yeah. Passionate. But if I'm going to be a real warrior, I'll have to start training young, just like the heroes in the stories. I just know I was a great warrior in previous life. My mum even says I have an old soul. Okay then. It obviously really wants me to do this quest, so Gordy jumps up and down, whooping and hollering. I knew a real adventurer would understand. He points to a large building. There's a big merchant over at Artemis Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you. Artemis Den. All the way over there. Really want to get something to eat. Alright, okay.
Welcome.
I'm looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess, you've been talking to that kid, right? I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson. But a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. Alright. Yeah, if March steel daggers only are given to Crucible Knights, how did you get your hands on it? A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it comes from. Fair enough, I didn't mean to pry. Or... Fair enough, didn't mean to pry. Those adventurers who sold you a dagger, where are they now? Folk like that only visit Copper Lane to crew up in Admin's Den Hall, or down a pint at the Goosing Box. And since they weren't headed into the den, well, you got my best guess. Tell me about the dagger. He oils the cloth in his hand, made out of the highest purity iron ore that comes out of the White Marsh Mountains. Traditionally, the smiths at the Crucible Knight Keep have smelted it into daggers and swords, which they only give to crucibles of the Knights of the Crucible. Of course, I'd be surprised if that kid didn't already tell you all. Yeah, that's true. Certainly true. Certainly have did that. Yes. Probably upstairs, right? Ah, yeah, that'll be those people that we saw last time.
Good day to you.
Did you buy a much steel dagger? It's blazing. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating in the city. Outside the seal and the Crucible Keep, of course. How much to take it off your hands? Seeing as how there's a sudden demand on this, 100 pans seems fair. Demand isn't high as you think. Chances are good that daggers were stolen or looted off one of the knights. In that case, I'd probably do you a favour. Wait. 900 soldier march steel for less. I wonder why he wanted to get rid of it so badly. Either that blade was stolen for a knights or it's a fake. I can't be too careful around the authorities these days, especially as an Orlan. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. I'm getting my money back on this. Sure. Something secret. Something secret. It's going to end badly, isn't it? It's going to end badly. I can see it. Like the fact that we already had the foreshadowing of you could poke your eye out certainly means he's going to poke his eye out. But hey, the boy wanted it, you take it. That dagger right here. Oh, it's so sharp. Give Gorgie the dagger. A deal's a deal. Here you are. Toss it to him. He'll probably stab him at that point. Survival. Slowly hold out the dagger or pummel first. Listen first. When you're not using it, keep it sheathed or it will rust. Don't show it off or somebody's going to take it away from you. Or worse, it's a weapon, not a toy. Understand? Benevolent? Yeah. Gordy hands tremble as he restrains himself from snatching the dagger away. He nods, holding the dagger in his sheath. I'll take good care of it, I promise. So about this secret, Gordy puts his hand up to his mouth and whispers loudly. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theatre. Probably nothing as good as March steel dagger though. I just got that. Big secret, I already knew that. Tell me something else. Oh, he scratches his head and winkles. Something's my dad goes to Ornan's gift without telling my mum. Some place called the Salting. Well, I know that. Hopefully he's one of those ones that goes there just to talk about his feelings. Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Yeah, let's just not be a dick, okay? Let's not be a dick, folks. Let's not be a dick. I mean, I could be a dick, but let's not be a dick. And in these two quests, I could go for my lunch. How can that be burn brighter than Aethys? And we led him to it and burned him, so we know about that, so who fashioned it? It wasn't easy in shaping it, crafting it, the pieces, the curve of the relic. Even then, it was a massive thing, something that required a god to come to it, rather than be cast at him. Though luring him to it, that was the easy part. Gods are prideful. What happened? We led him to fields, ones that he remembered as a farmer, perhaps. The fields right outside Hargot Citadel, Durance Thrones, now Godhammer Citadel. It was right across the Evildoer Bridge. An easy trek, Durance frowns. Men died, then more died, luring Aethys into Evildoer. We have carved frames and passed through the bridge, excavated the foundations, filled them with powder and ember-hungry grains, eager to burn. Our hands had even pried the mortar and rocks loose, sharpening them to points, so they might be rent from their foundations easier and tear through the flesh. Jeez, man. They really went to town, eh? And so you used Earthdoer against Aethys.
We poured the god hammer into its foundations with faith. Set it alight. Let the hammer fall upwards onto the anvil. 8 died before the Godhammer fell, and the Godhammer claimed the remainder, 12 in all.
And Aethys went back to the ether, or the grave. Durance grunts. He's lost his voice and his love of war, I'll tell you that much. He sneers. It took only taunts by men, and that was enough to lure him across the bridge and right into the new sun. It let Yatsiris see how bright their arrogance had become, and become a symbol by which we answered their purge with one of our own. Okay, more. It's like the more you speak, it's like I've already like spoken to him. You know what I mean?
Aethys was the god of rebirth, and his light does not fall on the deer wood. I've heard some claim it's his doing, his death. It's closed the halls to new souls. I doubt it. The Hollowborn have their roots in the acts of men, women. I feel it.
Keep troubling me, and I may extend his teeth bone. Right, so that's done now. Yeah, it's like you have to go through all his dialogue, because there's new bits that he doesn't want to say, but then there is old bits that he does want to say.
Nicely.
Do, 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 do.
How may I help?
Let's. I don't even know why I have other people here. You know, they just die so quickly. Stupid. All over. It's really infuriating.
Better indeed.
Sure.
Of course, one person alive. Actorrr. Whoops, you're dead. any damage to this guy. More than any damage. Understand why.
They're closing in on us.
What happens there?
Not to alarm. Hey.
Why you're taking all the damage? Why you're taking aggro? I'll never understand. I'll never was supposed
Not to.
to. Aggro again. I don't get it. I don't get it. Sometimes it works perfectly and sometimes it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think I do need to put something on me to get more aggro because it doesn't feel like I take aggro. So passionate. You dare insult me, you, the jumped up bull of an old ruin. You'll forget this. Storms from the hall. That's better. I want to keep my prestige.
Yeah.
To have that.